At 47, after losing everything, his business, his marriage, his health, Marcus found a single Stoic principle that rebuilt his entire life in 18 months. He realized his perpetual yes to others was a no to himself, eroding his finances and his peace. This realization led him to ruthlessly prioritize, cutting 70% of external demands, transforming despair into a renewed purpose. Today, you stand at a similar precipice. Are you ready to reclaim your most precious resource, your time, your peace, your very self? The silent killer isn't the request itself, but the guilt that accompanies your inability to refuse. It's the insidious whisper telling you that saying no makes you selfish, unhelpful, or a bad friend. This societal programming, deeply ingrained, prioritizes external validation over internal integrity, leading to a profound personal cost. The average professional, by some estimates, spends 8–10 hours weekly on tasks they wish they'd declined, directly impacting their core responsibilities and well-being. Epictetus taught us the dichotomy of control. Some things are within your power, others are not. Your decisions, your actions, your responses, these are yours to command. The reactions of others to your no, beyond your control. Stop trying to manage their emotions and start mastering your own. This fundamental Stoic truth liberates you, making it clear that your primary duty is to safeguard your inner citadel, your peace, against unnecessary intrusions. The illusion of obligation is a heavy cloak we willingly wear. You feel bound by unwritten rules, by past favors, by the fear of disapproval. This isn't genuine duty, it's a self-imposed prison of perception. Consider the historical example of Seneca, who, despite his immense public duties, fiercely protected his time for philosophical study and writing, knowing his true obligation was to wisdom, not endless social demands. He knew that no was often the gateway to deeper work. Studies reveal the tangible toll of overcommitment. A recent survey of over 1,000 corporate employees found that 60% reported feeling constantly overwhelmed, directly linking to a 25% decrease in overall job satisfaction and a 15% increase in mental health days taken. This isn't just about feeling tired. It's about systemic erosion of your capacity to perform, to enjoy, to truly live. Every yes to a distraction is a no to your actual goals and inner peace. Seneca implored us to reclaim your true self from all men by reclaiming our time. Time is your most valuable, non-renewable asset. You cannot earn more of it, you can only spend it wisely. Every moment squandered on obligations you resent is a moment stolen from your life's purpose, from genuine connection, from self-improvement. It is not that we have a short time to live, Seneca noted, but that we waste a lot of it. Let that resonate. Before you can say no effectively, you must first know what you're saying yes to. What are your non-negotiable priorities? Is it your family's well-being, a crucial career project, your physical health, or perhaps dedicated time for philosophical study? Without this clarity, every request feels equally valid, equally deserving of your attention. Successful leaders like Marcus Aurelius understood that focused leadership required unwavering commitment to core duties, not diffused effort. The true cost of saying yes to the wrong things is not just measured in minutes, but in missed opportunities and diminished impact. That extra meeting you couldn't decline, it cost you 2 hours of focused work on your primary project, delaying its completion by a day. That weekend favor for a distant acquaintance, it stole vital recovery time from your family, leading to tension and burnout. In a 2022 analysis, executives reported losing an average of 4 hours weekly to unproductive meetings they felt pressured to attend, leading to a 10% reduction in strategic output. When saying no, be direct, clear, and concise. Avoid elaborate excuses or lengthy justifications. They breed guilt and invite negotiation. A simple, firm statement carries more weight and commands respect. For example, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't take that on right now." Or, "I appreciate the offer, but my schedule doesn't permit it." Practice this script. Internalize it. The direct approach, while initially uncomfortable, is the most respectful of both your time and theirs. You are not obligated to explain your no exhaustively. A brief, honest reason is often sufficient, but never feel compelled to overjustify. Over-explaining implies guilt, and guilt suggests you believe you've done something wrong. You haven't. For instance, "I have a prior commitment," or "I'm focusing on a high-priority project currently." This maintains your integrity without opening the door to debate. Remember Marcus Aurelius, every man is worth just so much as the things about which he busies himself. Sometimes you can offer an alternative without compromising your boundary. This isn't always necessary, but it can soften the no for critical relationships or urgent situations. I can't do X, but perhaps I could assist with Y next week. Or I'm unavailable, but I know Sarah might be able to help. This demonstrates goodwill without sacrificing your priorities. It's strategic generosity, not obligation, allowing you to control the terms of your engagement. Your self-respect is non-negotiable. To constantly bend to others' demands is to slowly chip away at your own value, signaling that your time and energy are expendable. Marcus Aurelius taught that the best way to avenge yourself is to not be like him. Here, him is the person who would devalue your time. By saying no, you assert your worth, not out of arrogance, but out of a profound understanding of your own finite resources and the importance of your own well-being. The fear of disappointing others is a potent weapon against your autonomy, but consider this: by always saying yes, you're not preventing disappointment, you're merely delaying it, often at your own expense. You disappoint yourself, your goals, and eventually the very people you're trying to please when you inevitably burn out. A 2023 survey indicated that 75% of individuals who constantly prioritize others' needs over their own reported significant emotional exhaustion within 6 months. Paradoxically, saying no often earns you more respect, not less. People respect those who value their own time and boundaries, recognizing that their yes holds genuine weight. Think of highly successful individuals, CEOs, renowned artists, world leaders. They are masters of declining requests, not out of malice, but out of necessity for focus and impact. Elon Musk, for example, famously maintains an extremely restrictive schedule, frequently saying no to non-essential meetings to protect his deep work blocks. The most crucial no you will ever utter is to yourself. No to procrastination, no to distractions, no to self-doubt. You can't effectively decline external demands if you constantly concede to internal weaknesses. This inner discipline is the bedrock of Stoic practice. Seneca reminds us, while we are postponing, life speeds by. Say no to the urge to scroll endlessly. Say no to the voice that whispers later. Your greatest enemy is often within. Building your boundaries is like fortifying your inner citadel. It's not a one-time event, but a continuous practice. Start small. Decline one non-essential request this week. Notice the feeling, process the initial discomfort, then observe the space it creates. Consistent small no's build resilience and reinforce your belief in your right to protect your energy. This deliberate practice strengthens your mental fortitude, making larger boundary setting easier over time. The compound effect of no is profound. Each small refusal frees up a sliver of time, a fragment of mental energy. Over weeks, months, and years, these fragments coalesce into vast reserves of personal freedom, allowing you to invest deeply in what truly matters. Imagine gaining an extra 10 hours of focused time each week, simply by consistently declining requests that don't align with your highest values. This isn't hypothetical. It's a measurable reality for those who master this skill. What would you create with that reclaimed time? Would you finally write that book, master a new skill, spend quality time with loved ones, or dedicate yourself to deep, meaningful work? The average American, according to research, spends over 4 hours a day on non-essential tasks. If you could reclaim even 25% of that through strategic no's, you'd gain an entire workday each week. This isn't just about refusing. It's about actively choosing a richer, more intentional existence. The freedom of choice is the ultimate Stoic victory. You are not a slave to every demand, every whim, every expectation. You are an autonomous being, capable of discerning what serves your highest good and what detracts from it. Embrace this power. Each no is an act of self-sovereignty, a declaration that you own your life, your energy, and your peace. This isn't about being unhelpful. It's about being strategically helpful where your impact is most profound. The time for hesitation is over. Your life, your purpose, your peace demands your protection. Start today. Identify one request you've been dreading, one obligation that drains you, and practice your firm, guilt-free no. Feel the initial discomfort, then feel the liberation. Your legacy will not be measured by how many favors you granted, but by the integrity with which you lived, the intentionality with which you allocated your finite time. Take command. Say no to the trivial so you can say yes to the essential.